Is now the right time to buy your crop inputs, or should you wait? Well, here's the problem. Nobody really knows for sure. And a lot of these crop inputs are priced based on what the commodity prices are. So let's say there's an enormous run-up in commodity prices over the next 6 months. It's very possible that crop inputs, including fertilizer, crop protection, seed, it could all go up in price. But the flip side is also true. Let's say that there's a crash in commodity prices. Now, I hope that doesn't happen, but let's just say it does. It's possible that some of these inputs could come down. So is now really, Darren, the right time to buy?
Well, it depends on what you're looking at for sure. I mean, if you're saying, well, is now the right time to buy summer clothing? Yes, it is, because people are just dumping it. They're getting rid of it. It's cheap. And when you look at seed, okay, it's a brand new seed sales year. Seed corn, for example, is just getting harvested and packaged up. And the seed companies are finding, oh, we had a good production year, so we've got really good supplies, and they're being pretty aggressive trying to get that out. Is it a good time for seed? I think it's the best time of the year to buy seed. The reason why is we've got brand new stuff that's coming out, and you've got a chance to get it. There's a limited supply, and if you want the new hybrid, that new cross, the next bushel or two that you're going to gain, this is when I like to lock it in on my farm. And you know what? I can always change. Let's say that I get to mid-October, and I say, you know what? I'm seeing the test plot results from my area, and I've got a test plot on my own farm, and I like something else a little bit better than this one. You can make that switch now. You got lots of time. So for me, I want to lock in what I want early to make sure I can get it. And then if I want to make a change later, I sure can.
All right, but Darren, it's supply and demand all the time. And you just started to mention, all right, it's a great production year. Well, we don't know, first of all, if it's a great production year or not, but he's simply saying if it happened to be a great production year, and let's say every seed corn company goes 40% over their plan, and they go, wow, it yielded way more. We have an overabundance of seed. What do you think might happen next spring? There could possibly be companies trying to dump seed.
Oh, I doubt it. I doubt
here's the whole thing.
Inventory levels are low, Brian. They're not going to dump seed this year.
It's very possible that they are not, yes. But we don't know that. And that's the whole thing. It's all speculation. But here is what's true. We do know that for the newer varieties, and keep in mind, new varieties come out because they yield better. All right, so the newer varieties, that's typically what you want to plant. We know those are always going to be in short supply. So yes, if you want to get your name on those, now's a great time to do it. But I look at, how about the crop protection side? We've already had a lot of questions. Should I be buying Roundup now? Well, now's not a bad time. And you know, for some of these companies and some of these herbicides, they produce so much of them, and they need their plants to be running 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Well, what are they going to do with all the stuff they're producing in the fall? What are they going to do with all the stuff they're producing in the late summer? They'd have to store it in a terminal. So what ends up happening with a lot of the big companies is they come out with fill programs for farmers and dealers. And so they, in effect, are lowering their price to get you to take it now, so you're the one who stores it over the winter. They're giving you an incentive to do it. And the way I look at this whole thing is, hey, I just want price protection. If I can have price protection on my seed, on my chemical, on my fertilizer, on any of these things, then I'm probably in. Because yeah, I mean, if I can get a discount because they want to get rid of it at this time of the year, I get a prepaid discount, I get an early take discount, I'm probably going to do it if I can get price protection. If I can't get price protection, I don't know. Then I don't know if I'm doing it at all.
And you certainly want to make sure that your money is safe. Now, if you're giving your money to a local dealer, you want to make sure that local dealer's in good shape. And if you feel comfortable, hey, that local dealer is in good shape, they've been in business a long time, they're doing things the right way, then that takes a lot of pressure off you too.
Yeah, but unless you take the product. I mean, fertilizer and chemical, you could take that right now.
Okay, the other thing that I think about is we're right at harvest time. You're selling crop. You're taking in cash. What are you going to do with the cash? Now, if you've got bills to pay, absolutely, you got to pay those bills off. But if you've got cash, where else are you going to invest it? If you've got discounts from seed companies, for example, and oftentimes it's 10% discount between now and spring, well, that may be a 15 or 20% APR, return on investment. Yeah, I want to put my money there and earn 10, 15, 20% of my money versus a 0.25% in the bank.
So the big thing, when we start looking at buying inputs now, I know that every input supplier wants to lock up your business, and all that's fine, okay, but you kind of have to sort through all that stuff. And the number one question we want you to ask any of your suppliers, no matter what you're buying, is, do I have price protection? How long do I have price protection? What's going to happen if the price goes down? Do you give me credit? Do you give me more product? What do we do? How do we make this thing work? And can I return that product? So if you've got all those questions answered, then you can feel a lot more comfortable. And really what this kind of comes back to, and Darren was getting at this, you got to work with somebody that you can trust, because you've got to trust that, oh, they actually would take the product back if I didn't want it, or if the price went down or something like that.
And if one of those things you're looking to buy is product to control our weed of the week, you need to get it done soon. We'll talk about why coming up next.